What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Brad back with another video, and I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. I just got one tip for you today, and it's going to be how I take notes whenever I'm shadowing CRNAs in the OR, why I'm doing it, and how I think it's going to benefit me in the long run, and why I think it'll do the same for you. Let's dive in.
Are you listening? Nurse Pass. Beast mode. Grind.
So what do I do? How do I take notes? Whenever you're wearing these OR scrubs, you've got like one or two pockets tops, right? There's not much room. So I get a small little notepad big enough to fit in the scrub pocket, and I keep that on me. I keep 2 pens in my pocket in case one goes out, I got a backup. Very simple. And then what do? During the case, I'm going to be writing down anything that I find interesting, intriguing, that I haven't heard of before, that I want to go look up later. I'm going to be jotting all that down. And you're going to probably be doing this pretty rapidly because the CRNA is going to be busy. They might hit you with a little bit of education, and then they're right back to the patient, and you're just over here writing things down, scrambling to write them down. And so an example of what it ends up looking like at the end of it all is quite chicken scratchy and quite illegible. But the important thing is I got all the information down during the case. And so now what do I do with all of this information that I was rapidly jotting down during the case? I go home, and all of the things that I wrote down that I need to look up later, I do. And I go back and I look them up and I study them very diligently so that I can then rewrite it all on a separate piece of paper in a much more beautiful, legible format so that I can reference it again later. And I'll do an entire separate video on this at some point in time talking about Google Drives, but I will then take a picture of this, my voice gave out, a picture of this in its pristine form, and I will upload it to that Google Drive to a folder titled, CRNA study or whatever it might be. And I'm gonna have an entire folder, or you might have an entire physical book of papers documenting all of the important things that you looked up during your CRNA shadowing experiences. Now, how is this going to end up benefiting you in the long run? Well, here's how I believe it's going to benefit me. Twofold. One is on the personal statement. You may end up wanting to write about your shadowing experiences and some of the things that you found cool. Two, more importantly for me, is during the anesthesia school interview. So you've got the offer for an interview. They've invited you into the house to be interviewed. Now what do you have? You have maybe a massive physical book of notes or a Google Drive folder of notes, very legible, very beautiful, that you can go back and study and really drill into your head so that whenever you get into the interview and they ask you about your shadowing experiences, or you want to bring it up yourself and talk about your shadowing experiences, you're going to have a plethora of information in your brain that you're going to be able to recall and talk about whenever you're talking about your shadowing experiences. Very short video, but that's what I'm doing. And I cannot recommend that enough, man. I cannot tell you that it's helpful because here I am, I'm still in the midst of it. I haven't been interviewed or anything of that nature. I'm not in a CRNA program, but most logically speaking, this makes most sense to me that this is going to pay off greatly. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that you took a little bit of benefit away from this. If you have any other tips that you could leave down in the comments below, that would be dope. We're all just trying to make it together. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.